Severe weather coverage continues here on News 4. A lot to get to. Taking a live look at Georgetown this morning. Looks like just one or two cars cruising slowly, which is good to see. A beautiful picture here. Snow covering the roads in Georgetown. A lot to talk about. We'll talk with Dave coming up about the weather, what to expect, accumulation totals. But first, let's get you on the roads live with Trooper Bob. And Trooper Bob, this is really important. People don't think about this often, but you have to clean off the snow on top of your car and also worry about your windshield before you head out today.
Absolutely. I mean, not too long ago, I saw someone driving with just a spot on their car that was open in the windshield. Unless you're a tank commander, you're not going to be able to drive like everybody else. You need to make sure even your lights, your headlights, and your signals are clear. And let me tell you, at Jedburgh Road, here's a live look. Look, full sun, melting a lot of the roadway, but we're coming into a shaded area where it's still slick. I just drove through this a couple minutes ago. I wanted to show you the difference. So you definitely need to slow down in these shaded areas, not just on the secondary and primary roads, but also on the interstate and the off ramps, on ramps, overpasses and bridges. This is very, very slick. Again, I came here through here about 15 minutes ago, and I wanted to give you an example of it. Also, some of the areas that have 4 lanes, you can only see 1 lane. I drove I-26 about 30 minutes ago coming up from Somerville, and you could only see the middle lane. The left lane and right lane still had snow on it. DOT's doing a good job. They're steady out there. They were out there pre-treating roads before the storm, and they continue to work to clear up these roads. But some good news, and Dave can talk about this, also Charleston, is some of the stuff is starting to melt. But be careful if you are headed out there this morning. I'll send it over to meteorologist Charleston Clark to tell you about today's weather. Hey, Charleston.
I'm actually going to tell you about those roads also from a couple of different areas this morning. So I wanted to give you a look at some of the area beaches, those roads leading up to some of those beaches. Of course, you got the IOP connector right here. Of course, the Ben Sawyer Bridge, and then Folly Road right here. Camera's a little frozen right now, but you get the gist. Very quiet out there, and everything is actually smooth sailing. But still, you need to watch out for some slick spots, especially in those areas, those shaded areas where it's going to take longer for those spots to melt. So please take it easy, and if at all possible, stay home, enjoy the snow day with your friends and family. And then I also wanted to give you a quick look at 526 east and westbound there over by International Boulevard, and then right here around mile marker 28 near Mount Pleasant this morning. Everything is smooth here, and you can see, yes, we are starting to see those roads dry up some. So looking a little bit better, but like I said, please, if you don't have to be out on those roads, it's those secondary roads that are going to be those, areas of issue as we head into this morning. I also want to make a mention, as I was looking through those traffic cameras, you're going to see a couple cars stopped off here in Mount Pleasant at 526. Those kids are sledding this morning down that hill, so watch out for them, slow it down, and take it easy.
Yeah, do not recommend that, but people are doing it anyway, so just a good heads up. And let's get that question that Trooper Bob had answered. Let's talk about the snow melt, the timeline of how long that will take. I mean, is it even going to warm up much today at all, Dave?
Actually, no, it's not going to warm up, and we'll barely get above freezing, but with the sunshine out there, the sun's radiation will actually melt the snow, especially on darker surfaces like roadways, because it is warming the pavement. Maybe the air doesn't get so warm, but at least it will melt off of some of the sidewalks, some of the streets, and things will get better as we go through the day. It's not going to melt all the snow out there because temperatures just won't be that warm. As far as how much snow we got, it was record-breaking snow. On the 31st of January, Charleston International picked up 7/10 of an inch of snow. The old record was 6/10 of an inch, so we broke that from 1977. Here were some of the other snowfall totals at the station. We got about 6/10 of an inch of snow. Johns Island, 1 inch. Ladson, an inch. 2 inches in Monk's Corner. Also St. George, 2 inches. College Park, 2.2 inches. And 2.5 inches in Lone Ridge there into Berkeley County. So as much as 1 to 2.5 inches there, and just outside of the area up into Williamsburg County, 3 inches right around Greeleyville. And the winner was Murrells Inlet. Murrells Inlet got 5.5 inches of snow up there. Outside right now, things are nice and clear. We're looking at the clouds all moving away. We'll keep it bright and sunny all day long. It's still only 26 degrees, and a little bit of wind out there makes it feel like it's still back in the teens. Our winter weather advisory has expired. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Still a winter storm warning up into Williamsburg and Georgetown counties. And as I told you, some of the heavier snow fell in these areas. It's going to be a little bit messier up there for a little bit longer. Now we are all under that extreme cold warning until 1 o'clock this afternoon, and that's because temperatures are still only in the 20s and the winds are a little gusty at times, making it feel like it's back in the teens. We already had those wind chills earlier this morning in the single digits. There's Isle of Palms. Here's Mount Pleasant, and we're looking at those skies nice and clear over top of Mount Pleasant. Now here's a prime example of, I said, the darker surfaces, the snow melts quicker. Look at the color of this roof. It's green. Yesterday, the color of the roof was white because it was snow covered. So the sun is actually beating down on those darker colors, and even though the air temperatures are well below freezing, if there is snow on a darker surface, it will melt much more quickly because that surface there is a little warmer than the air around it. So a prime example of what's going to happen on the roadways as we go through the day. I'll look at our temperatures right now. We're in the middle 20s just about everywhere, a little colder over there in Orangeburg, 23. Here are those winds, and we're blowing about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Some gusts up around 25 miles an hour, making it feel colder. It does. It feels like it's back in the teens. It feels like 13 in Somerville right now, feels like 12 in Beaufort, 14 in Charleston. So that's when you factor in the wind with those cold temperatures. The clouds have cleared this coast. There's no snow, and we won't see any more snow. That's all done. We're looking at the bright sunny skies, and we'll keep things bright and sunny. That storm system that came through here is now wrapping itself up out over the Atlantic Ocean, moving away from the United States, and the last of the snow showers coming down on the outer banks of North Carolina, where the snow was heavy at times. Here is that forecast as we go through the day today. We're looking at lots of sunshine, your temperature around 34 degrees. Asterisk, because that would be the coolest high temperature we've ever seen on February 1st. Tonight, record low is expected. 17 degrees will break the record low of 19. And then on Groundhog Day, lots of sunshine, 45 degrees. So the worst of the storm is over in terms of snow, but we've still got plenty of cold temperatures, and we'll be keeping an eye on those. At least we will get a little bit milder as we push through the rest of the week.
All right, Dave, yeah, can't let the sunshine fool you. Layer up. And we know a lot of people are going to be playing in the snow today, a lot of kids and adults. It's fun.
Right.
So we want to share some pictures, and we want to encourage you to send us some pictures as well. So let's take a look at some that have come into our newsroom. Good morning from John's Island. This is from Mackenzie Wolf. Cheers, that's a pretty shot.
So beautiful. There's nothing better than seeing the palm trees, you know, with that snowy background.
In the foreground, yeah. Oh. Yeah, beautiful. And this is a tiny snowman. Well, hey, at least you got it done, Kayla.
Hey, it was an A for effort. And with this kind of snow, it's too
hard to pack.
Fluffy.
It's too, yeah, it's not dense enough to make those giant
I think it was a solid
snowmen.
attempt.
Yeah. And I think we have one more as well. Look at the cars just blanketed in snow. So this is what Bob was talking about, Trooper Bob. Not only the windshield, but you need to take a broom and literally sweep off your car, because when you drive, that either falls on your windshield or behind you, and so people driving behind you. So just something to think about if you are headed out this Sunday. And another beautiful shot from Shem Creek. So thank you, Julia. Beautiful picture. And it's really easy to send us pictures. If you go to our website, oh, here's one more. From Mount Pleasant, we've got, this is from Nick Hennon, and this is gorgeous too. The pond and the fountain spewing water, but with snow surrounding the pond area. So thanks for that as well. And
love that sunrise.
Yeah, gorgeous. This is from Kathy Hare. Thank you so much. A beautiful sunrise. Gorgeous on this Sunday, but again, it is cold, so layer up if you're going out. Don't let it fool you. And as for sending us pictures, we want to see your kids. We want to see your pets in the snow, you in the snow. Scan that QR code. That will walk you through how to download our app. You can also go to our website, go to the Chime In section, send us your photos, send us your videos. You could see them on our website or right here on ABC News 4. We'll see you back here at 11 o'clock.